300,000 Black women who've been let go from the workforce, I am now a statistic. It eats at you until you start to question if you ever really matter.
Worked myself up to get here where I'm at. I've been on food stamps. I'm 31 years old and I have 5 months left on my master's. I have so many freaking certifications in IT.
6-7% of Americans now live paycheck to paycheck.
Where it's like your birthday's coming up and then you start crashing out because it's like, what have I accomplished? 30 days to feel better than I do right now.
Since I've been laid off from the federal government in those 6 months, I have applied to over 300 jobs and I have gotten none of them.
Really be trying to be as positive as possible so I don't cancel my subscription to the earthly plane, but it gets to a point. It really just gets to a point. To say I am mentally drained, exhausted, tired, over it is not, it's not enough. It doesn't do it justice. I'm losing my friend. At the beginning of this year, I started a new job. I just got let go from a job November 2024. Started a new job January 2025. I had a plan for myself this year that at the start of this year I thought was going pretty well. The job actually turned out to be, at first I thought it turned out to be okay. It was a sales job, did really well, you know, January, February, March. Between February and March, I made $13,000. And I know a lot of people fake rich on the internet, but that was good money for me. I was satisfied with that. Okay, cool. I had plans, a full plan, plans for a full life overhaul. I'm going to change my mindset, I'm going to change my body, I'm going to get my finances in order, and it seemed like it was going really well for a while. And I'm the type of person, just how my life is and how it's been, it don't last forever. I said if I could just make it to the end of this year, making this amount of money, I'll be good. I'm 29, I'm turning 30 at the end of this month. I was like, I'll be able to afford a great trip for myself for my 30th birthday. Like, this is going to be good. April comes around, not doing as good as I was the previous 3 months. They dropped me like bad habit. Okay, cool, great. Did not find new employment until literally just yesterday. To call it a pay cut would be an egregious understatement. Like, it's not a pay cut. It's a cut. Like, this is a joke. Like, it's a joke. But I need some type of money coming in. This is not going to be sustainable. Like, it's not even enough money to, like, I'm tired. I don't know what to do. I mean, not even post this. This is not even, like, me. I'm just so frustrated. I don't know. I just need a vent. Like, this is such bullshit. Like, I'm so tired of all this. And even when shit is going good, like, okay, let's say I do find a job that, you know, pays me a little bit more. The mental stress of these jobs, because even when I was at the job where I was making good money, it was indeed stressing me out. Like, just trying to make sure I sustain it and do well enough to not be fired, which ended up happening in the end, of course. The mental stress of these jobs is just much. I can't do it anymore. This shit is so, what are we gonna do, y'all? Like, what the are you gonna do? Nothing. We're just gonna keep going to these jobs like a bunch of dickheads, and the world's gonna keep fucking spinning, and we're all still gonna be in our cars venting and complaining. Like, I don't, in the long run, I know the corporate route is just not for me. It's not sustainable. I can't even tell you how fucking jobs I've been let go from due to looking uninterested or spaced out. When you have PhD, like, I don't think, like, people joke about, oh, and like think it's cute. That shit literally has been such a detriment to the overall quality of my life. Like, it's ridiculous. But even people who don't have it, it's like these jobs are just soul sucking. Like, nobody wants to do this shit forever. And I've tried online businesses and this and that, and of course I'm just gonna keep trying, because I know at the end of the day, being a call center or working in corporate, like, it's not sustainable for me. If I start selling t-shirts, y'all gonna buy them? Like, what's up? Like, I need to, something's gotta give. I don't even, there was no point to this video.
Stop cursing.
I just need to get this out. How are y'all doing? What's up with y'all? How y'all feeling? Okay, I'm gonna lose my mind.
300,000 Black women who've been let go from the workforce. I am now a statistic. And it hurts. It hurts to know that after all the degrees, I have two, the experience, the dedication, the good work, none of it made me safe. I've been spending my life savings just to survive, paying bills late, stretching groceries, trying to maintain the life I had before this, but it's draining, it's humiliating, and most of all, it's lonely. People always talk about how the workforce treats you like you're replaceable, But to truly experience it, that's a whole different level of pain. To give so much of yourself, your time and energy, just to be tossed away like you're nothing, it eats at you. It eats at you until you start to question if you ever really mattered in the first place. In my mental health, it's been rough. Not having stability, not knowing what's next. It messes with your head. I wake up anxious. I go to bed overthinking. Some days I can't even focus, and other days I feel numb. It feels like I'm watching my life slowly fall apart in slow motion. You already know, this is not the economy you want to be jobless in. Prices are sky high, rent keeps climbing, grocery costs are double what they used to, and the jobs that are out there, half of them pay less than what it costs just to survive. It's like the system is designed to break you, right? And for Black women, it's even worse. We're being laid off at higher rates than anyone else after being told for years that we had to work twice as hard just to be seen. It's like no matter what we build, we're always the first on the chopping block. And somehow we're still expected to smile, pray, and stay strong. But I'm tired. I'm fucking angry. And I'm done pretending that I'm okay. So yeah, I'm one of them. One of the over 300,000 Black women that have been laid off. Tired, angry, trying to survive in a world that keeps moving like nothing happened. And this is what it is.
So what's happening is complacency. That's what happened. I gotta say this really quickly, and I'm not trying to throw daughter on anyone's names, because people watching me right now are victims to this as well. What do I mean? I've knew for a long time the system was rigged, right? So I moved here to be with my wife. Also, I moved because I knew the game wasn't fair. It wasn't fair at all. Like, how was it fair that rents is so high? Inflation is everywhere, but they're through the roof. And the rich get richer and the poor don't get a thing, right? So when I left, I had plenty of reasons for leaving, right? Also, not only that, as she said, I got this degree, 2 degrees for nothing, right? Now, what was happening? I didn't get a degree. So what was happening is that they were getting degrees, looking at guys like, oh, you ain't doing what I'm doing, and looking at you like you're nothing. I don't hate Black women, but this is the problem. And also, it was stated by many others. They refuse to give the regular guy a chance because of their degrees. This has been the issue for the longest, and they don't see it. Now it's coming back to bite them. And they wonder why men are championing them suffering. Because while men were struggling, it was, oh, I got this degree. It's sad what's happening. I don't like saying this. I know, come on, guys, you know what I talk about. What do I say always? This is the way. And you know, the wild thing is, if one of them needed help, I can show them how this is the way. The advice I give is open to everyone. I figured it out. It took me years to figure it out, but they haven't.
29 of being furloughed, and Halloween's in 2 days, and I'm just now going to get my kids' Halloween costumes because I have not had the funds for that. Like, just genuinely, we have not had the funds for that. The only reason I'm even able to do this now is because I had to pull from my retirement, and mind you, I've only been there less than a year. So I asked them, what do y'all want? And they're showing me things, and I'm like, we can't get the $30 costume y'all are wanting right now because there's 4 of y'all. It's not feasible. We don't know how long this is gonna last. And I'm just so like ashamed, like I did something wrong. And it's so hurtful because I get the cause, I get the reason why. And I know people are going through a lot with SNAP benefits being possibly cut. I get it. But most, if not all, I'm willing to bet federal employees before this did not receive SNAP benefits or any type of assistance, period. And now with everything happening, and you know it takes forever to get, trust and believe, like I worked myself up to get here where I'm at. I've been on food stamps. I did everything right, everything right. I was in the army. I've done everything. I'm 31 years old and I have 5 months left on my master's. Like I've done everything right. The circumstances I've had to deal with in life, I beat those odds time and time again. And nobody cares. Nobody sees us at all. It's like we're put to the back burner. And now everybody's making a fuss because of that going away, which again is horrible, should not, period. Like point blank, I've been on there. I get it. You do what you gotta do, but shit, what about us? What about us? What about us? We have kids. Like I said, we're not getting benefits. We're not. And the money's not coming in. Apply for jobs, bro. You don't think that's what I'm doing. You don't think that's what I'm doing. They don't call. And you heard my credentials. I have so many freaking certifications in IT, CCNA, Security Plus, you name it. I have it. Go Uber. If y'all didn't hear my story about my cars, you would know why I can't Uber and stuff right now. I'm in a freaking rental car. And I'm not crying because I can't buy the $30 Halloween costume. That's not the point. The point is, like, anyways, let's go to Walmart. Let's try to find a weekend find.
I start canceling plans, isolating myself. I become flaky. My birthday's November 6th, mark your calendars, and literally in December, I'm already thinking about my next birthday. I feel like a lot of girls do this thing, or maybe guys too, y'all let me know, where it's like, your birthday's coming up and then you start crashing out because it's like, what have I accomplished? Oh my gosh, I didn't do this. Like, what do I have to show this new year of age? Or like, am I still struggling with the same things? Like, and I know that's a bad mentality to have, but sometimes you just have to crash out a little bit. Like, let's just be honest. What can I do in 30 days to feel better than I do right now about my birthday? Like, I don't know. A lot of times it really boils down to the way I look and how I feel. I'm almost 50 pounds down total, and I would love to really officially like hit that breakthrough, but you know, weight loss with PCOS is just up and down.
I gotta pause it because I want you to read this with me. Can we chat for a sec? I'm low-key crashing out. Being let off, PCOS weight loss, dating, entrepreneur. I don't know what that says. I think it says era. Entrepreneur era. So she's laid off, going through weight loss, and she's worried about dating. She's worried about what she's gonna do for her birthday.
Going to the gym today?
She's worried about wasting more money. This is why you're in trouble now. Why do I say that? And I'm not trying to play people that don't have it figured out, but I'm telling the truth. You should be thinking about your birthday. Save some money. Put some money to the side. I always think of that song. Save it for a rainy day. That song was out for a reason. You got to save something. I'll tell you the truth. I learned that when I got older. I didn't understand when I was younger.
But what I really need to do is cut the carbs and the sugar. I need to do 10,000 steps a day. I need to get back on my Stairmaster challenge, 30 minutes a day. I need to be lifting. I need to be dancing, skating, eating better. Oh my gosh, I don't think I'm a doom scroller, but I think I have been doom scrolling lately. Like, you know, it's just not looking good. So I've been doom scrolling. And I also have been checking social media as soon as I wake up instead of spending time with God, which is... So, I have to get that in check. job searching because I got laid off, but I also have my own business that has been dormant because I haven't had the time to do both, as well as, you know, content, which I feel like it's taken off. I don't know. I'm feeling 10K on here very, very soon. It's loading. You know, I want that 100K on YouTube, and I want at least 10K on Instagram. Like, I feel like I'd be happy with that. So, I don't know, guys. I'm just like, but I don't know what's realistic before my birthday. And then I'm thinking about like friendships and relationships and being a late bloomer and, you know, dates and blind dates. And Operation Dream Girl series is always a thing. But I have to be more consistent with actually like showing you what I'm doing. Like, I've been showing up behind the camera, but, you know, I kind of want to like come on camera every day. Like, we could yap. I don't know if it should be vlogs. I don't know if I should just talk to the camera. All I know is that like I have to just take it up a notch for the next 30 days because when I turn 26, I want to be glowing. I want to be at peace inside and out. Like, I'm not trying to solve everything within the next 30 days, but I could be in a much better place. Like, and I know it's like, it's annoying to always be consuming the lock-in content or the change your life content, but I'm not exactly pleased with where I'm at right now. So there's stuff to do. There's work to be done. So, let's get it.
Since I've been laid off from the federal government by the federal government. In those 6 months, I have applied to over 300 jobs and I have gotten none of them. I've only actually been offered one interview in 6 months. I've had professionals redo my resume. I've done career coaching. I have literally utilized all of the self-help tools and things that have been offered to me to no avail. So all I really have left is clinging to faith. God has provided thus far, and I know my breakthrough is coming, ending Q1 in such a traumatic way. And then now here we are in Q4. I know God's gonna do his big one, but I'm just waiting on the win.
We're still in a government shutdown, which means I'm technically employed but unemployed at the same damn time and not getting a paycheck with no end in sight. I could barely get out of bed this morning. I'm at the point where I'm starting to get worried, I'm scared, and who knows what's next. And you know what's worse? No one other than my husband and my grandmother has checked on me to see if I'm okay this entire time. In terms of people I know personally. It's all good when you're up, but the minute you're down, no one wants to have anything to do with you anymore. I'm just trying to stay positive and give it to God because at this point, that's all we can truly do. And now I'm hearing that as a federal employee, you cannot work another job while you're furloughed if you want to keep your job. Like, what are you expecting of us? What are we supposed to do? We're coming up on the holidays. We're coming up on the 1st, which means mortgages, bills, everything is due, food. And now you're telling me we can't work if we want to keep our jobs? Shout out to my husband for almost taking me out here like I'm not going through enough. I'm so beyond tired of this and frustrated. We are not pawns. We are not chess pieces you use in a game and use us however you want until you get what you want. I understand the reasons why everything is going on. But what I don't understand is why we are getting punished and not paid when we have absolutely no say in what happens whatsoever. Make it make sense. And don't get me started on the people that are having to go into work and not get paid and then go off in Uber or find some other source of means to get paid. Because I'll say it time and time again, these bills do not stop, y'all. So if you know anyone that's federal or even struggling, just give them a hug, check on them, something, y'all. The only way to get through this is together. I'm clearly seeing that. We, the people, have to be the change.
So I wanted to make this video while I was thinking about it. When I was a federal government employee during the last shutdown in 2019, what ended up happening was once we finally did get our paychecks, they put all of the money that we were owed on one check and we lost it to taxes. Because what ends up happening is you get placed into a higher tax bracket, take out. So after waiting all of those weeks to finally get paid, it was like your check, it still was small. So this is just a warning. I don't know if they're gonna do that same thing, but if you guys are working for the government right now and you are not getting paid, change your exemptions. Always change them back. Change your exemptions so just in case when they do pay you, if they put all your money on one check, because that was the warning we didn't have. So we weren't able to change our exemptions in enough time. And then it was like we got paid, but they took all our money back in taxes. That's the government for you. So that was the hardest lesson that I learned. Well, it wasn't even really a lesson, but it was like the hardest part of the government shutdown, because it's like you wait 2 months to get paid, and then when you finally get paid, you still don't get paid. So if you see this video and you furlough right now, go and change your exemptions before you get that paycheck just in case history repeats itself.
Now, that's what more of them should be watching, because that's going to happen. It's not going to last forever. You know, I think the ladies that are fired because of DEI should be more worried, because you see, the lady said, I'm having a hard time finding another job, and the jobs are out there. I say this, a lot of people aren't searching everywhere. I'll tell you the truth, I didn't know. You know who put me on, who taught me where to find jobs? That lady right there, Kay. That lady right there told me where to go look. First, I was on Craigslist. I was finding work too. I found work everywhere. Then she told me about some sites. I went on there, found employment. There's always a way to make money. You just have to look for it.
I have great news for y'all, bro. It's actually insane. 6-7% of Americans now live paycheck to paycheck, which is a 4% increase from the last time we checked, which was 63%. And they say poor people are the problem. Just remember, if you're making $60K a year, only $36 go to food stamps, and $700 of your taxes go to billionaire subsidies. Now remember, poor people are the problem, bro. Come on now. And if I see a bitch ass nigga in my comment riding billionaires' dicks, oh my god, I'm on your ass, bro. Anyways, for the haircut, it's a little bit out, but you know what I mean? Relax, ladies, I got a girlfriend. And my dudes, I got a girlfriend. Anyways, back to the topic. Just remember, the country's in. It's time to move out, bro. I'm going to Copenhagen.
So you heard my man said the country is it's time to move out. And I knew that many years ago. It wasn't just because, but I got to tell you something. One thing I saw is something the next man is going to talk about right now. And who was he? The Godfather. You guys know who he is. He's been talking about this for years, right? But you already know the issue. You see the lady early in the video? I got 2 college degrees. So they feel regular woman, average woman, sometimes overweight, a lot of times overweight, not desirable, want to have the pick of the litter. They want to make a guy making the same thing as them or have the potential. But what you have to understand, what's going on nowadays in this job market now, men kind of knew. I always knew. Even back in the days, I talk about it all the time. I was working at this job and I saw everyone come from college and come work with me. And they were 4 or 5 years behind. So I seen the issue then, but now it's an even bigger issue. And let them take it away.
Here who are average, hard-working, salt-of-the-earth men, and they get shit on just because they ain't driving a BMW. That's crazy. But then you also look across cultures, and it's Hispanic women marry average men. He'll work first shift, she'll work third shift. And it seems to be really pronounced in our community where women over a certain age, over 40, they ain't settling for, they don't want anything other than what they want. They want a man of a certain economic caliber, a certain social calendar, certain education, everything else. And that's why I'm like, what are y'all mad about? Because we're talking about it? And what they're mad about is the reality that their future is so bright, their career future is so bright, but their relationship prospects are darkening. So so what's the alternative, ladies? What's the alternative? Because here's what it comes right down to. Whatever it is you want as a woman, fine. But you got to ask yourself what the men want.
To facilitate what you're talking about and not have to work?
Yeah, true. Not having to work, he has to. Correct.
How does that make sense?
It
I'm
don't.
really trying to understand, how does that make sense in your world? Because if you accepted a dude that didn't have a job, and you graduated from college, and you're in Ohio, which is in the Midwest,
Yeah.
and you're 24 and a dress size 16, is it more likely that your husband's gonna be a guy making $40,500, working average work, or would you not marry a guy like that? Be honest. Would you not marry a guy making $40,500 for the rest of his life? Not gonna make any more? That's what he's gonna make.
Yeah.
$20 an hour.
Right, because I make more than that, so I wouldn't.
Okay.
So I wouldn't.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up.
Wild. See, what he had to say, only thing he had to say was sad. Pooped all over his grave. And this man actually cared. I gotta tell you guys, the whole time I cared, but I didn't care that much. Why? Because I knew the attitude of the modern woman. Right? I knew it was done a long time ago. I gotta say it, I've said it many times. While he was popular, and when he got popular and made his vlog that got him popular, and he started getting 300,000, 200,000 views, I was here.
He ain't lying.
I don't know how to say this. We got to start working together. You can't just be expecting people to come into your life and be already self-ready made. Like only 18% of single individuals in America make over $100,000 a year. It's hard. It's even hard for a single person trying to get out of debt by itself. But it's way easier if you can build with somebody and both of y'all put y'all incomes together. They make $60,000, you make $60,000. Together, y'all make $120,000 a year. Y'all can take all that money and tackle all the debt in the world and build a fortune together. But a lot of people don't want to build with people. Yes, I know it's hard to find the right person to have the right mindset or the correct mindset that you need to build. But once you do find that person, you need to be patient with them and yourself, because it takes time. There is nothing wrong with being average. There's nothing wrong with being regular. Like I said, 18% of people make over $100,000 a year. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I'm an average. I'm in here making $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 a year, and I'm looking for somebody average too. But we can be powerful together. We average apart, separate, powerful together. Please try to get out of the mindset of trying to find people who are already ready-made, because me from experience, I've seen and I've dated some people that made hundreds of $1,000s a year, and they were still broke, and they didn't have any financial literacy or education at all. And you would think that most people will want to learn financial literacy once they make a lot of money, but that is not the case. That's why it's important to find somebody with the same mindset that you have when it comes to these situations that you want to go through in life. So just because somebody make more doesn't mean that they're actually doing better just because they make more. Please get out of that mindset. The social media is going to block a lot of y'all from y'all blessings. Regular people are out here doing amazing with their money. Just because you make less than somebody who makes $100K or more a year, you can bring home more because your expenses are low and you live below your means. And the person who's making more, 9 times out of 10, they're exceeding above their means. So always keep that in mind.
So it's coming.